Baseball is back, but this video isn't about the baseball diamond. This video is about Berkeley Diamonds. What are Berkeley Diamonds? Berkeley Diamonds are a really cool series of paperback books published for just a very brief 2-year period from 1959 to 1960. And the cool thing about them is they're a mixture of hard-boiled crime, noir stories, novels, and really good hard-boiled westerns. And the crime ones reprint previous classic digest by all the great authors that wrote crime digests in the late 40s and 50s. Harry Whittington, Day Keene, and people like that, which you're going to see. And the cover art is terrific. Some of the artwork on these books is just stupendous. It's good girl art, sexy girls, femme fatales. You have Robert Maguire, Darcy, Nappy, Copeland, Prezio have all done covers for this series. And now there's 43 books in the series. They start with number D for Diamond, 2001, and then they go to D2043. So these are all the books in the series. This is a complete run of them. So we're going to look at them now. This is one of my favorite series. The thing that's cool about these books is if you like westerns, it's a great series to collect. If you like hard-boiled crime and good girl art, it's a great series to collect. If you like the cover art, it's a great series. But also, with 43 books, it's not too daunting of a series. There's not so many books. It's not like collecting a run of pocket books, 5,000 books, or the first 100 gold medals, or the first 200 Boardmans, or gold medals, pyramids, whatever, Ace books, the D series. So there's all these different other series. This is just a more doable collection of books. And they all have the diamond on the spine, a little black diamond on the spine.
Can't see it through the glare.
Okay, you can't see it.
It's difficult.
And then they also have it on the front cover.
Better.
Okay, so they have it there. And I think they might have it on the back cover somewhere. The back covers just really have some text about the story. So we're going to look at them now. I'm going to go through them in order. It's the wrong order. Okay, we'll get it right. We're going to get it right. I'm going to get it right for you. Okay, so D 2001 is Cruel as the Night by Howard Hunt, originally published as Maelstrom. This is 1959. It's got a Robert Maguire cover. And just to show you this is the signed copy, just to give you an idea what the back covers look like. So that's the first one.
And Howard Hunt?
Yeah, Howard Hunt was the guy that was involved in the Watergate, and he's a really good hard-boiled crime writer. I've done an article on him, an extensive article in Paperback Parade. He wrote as Robert Dietrich, and there's a series of 7 books that he wrote as Robert Dietrich, which are really excellent. And he's a really good writer because he writes hard-boiled crime, spy, noir stuff. And he was a spy, and he was a hard-boiled tough guy. And he's the guy that was one of the guys that was involved in the Watergate break-in. So he was the guy that was involved in stuff in Washington, D.C. especially, where a lot of his books take place in the political area and stuff. So Cruel as the Night, and this was a digest. So a lot of these were digests. Number 2, I'm just going to go by the second number. Guns Along the Arrowhead, Lee Floren. Title is kind of a takeaway on Edmund's Guns Along, Drums Along the Mohawk, which is a little different kind of a book, but the title kind of reminds me of that. So you can see the diamond very clearly there. And number 3 is The Big Kiss-Off. It's a Darcy cover. Great hard-boiled crime. Another early I think it's a Phantom Digest, but they're all like, the crimes mostly are all digest reprints. Number 4 is a tough one. You don't see it that often at all. Shack Road Girl, Harry Whittington. It's also a digest reprint from Digest. Robert McGinnis cover. It's Harry Whittington. Tough book to find. Very tough book to find. Actually, this book came from the collection of Lance Casebeer. Number 5 is Descent into Darkness by Fritz Peters. Strangers on a One-Way Road to Hell. If you're a noir fan or collector, that's just where you want to be when you're reading. And it's a Maguire cover.
I'm going to explain who Lance Casebeer is to people who don't know.
Maguire's signature. Yeah, Lance Casebeer was a early paperback book collector. He did collecting paperbacks, a fanzine that came out way before, and I've been doing Paperback Parade for like 35 or 40 years. Lance's magazine came out before that. He was doing it in the 70s, and he was a completist collector and went by the name of Godfather of the paperback hobby. He was a good guy. He's a good guy. Number 6 is Wildcats of Tonto Basin by Nelson C. Nye, a very good Western writer, not known all that well today. In fact, any of these books in this Berkeley Diamonds series that you wanted to pick up and read, whether it's a Western or a crime book, you can't go wrong with any of them. I mean, they're just all really, really good. Next one is Dressed to Kill by Milton Ozaki, and that's got a Darcy cover. This was also a digest reprint. Milton K. Ozaki was a Japanese-American hard-boiled crime writer. He wrote also as Robert O. Saber, and wrote a lot of good stuff. And there's a whole story about how he became, how he broke into writing. He was in the 40s. He was writing hard-boiled crime, and I'm not exactly sure. Remember how that story went?
Was that the one that
with
Lupoff
Howard
told
Brown?
us?
Yeah, Lupoff, Richard Lupoff.
It was like an accident, basically. He thought
Yeah,
one editor sent
so what happened? He sent a hard-boiled crime story to Howard Brown at Mammoth Detective, or one of those magazines. He sent a novel to him, and Howard Brown, he didn't really like it. He didn't think it was that good, but he said he just passed it on, kind of like, and so it got published. And since from that one getting published, it led to other things getting published by him, and people liked his
books. Said
books.
that whoever he passed it on to misinterpreted him passing it off as him saying, "Here's a book to publish."
Yeah, they misinterpreted his remark, whatever his note was about the book. Maybe some kind. I don't know exactly what he worded it, but it is interesting how that happened. At least that's the rumor that is behind the field in crime publishing.
To Lupoff,
and what Lupoff said that told the story that Howard Brown told him. Mm-hmm. So sometimes you got to take these stories with a grain of salt if they're really accurate. But the thing is, you would. Milton Ozaki, writing also as Robert Saber, wrote a lot of first of all, he wrote a lot of books. Number one, under both pseudonyms, and they were all hard-boiled crime, and his stuff is pretty good. So I think he would have broke in no matter what, And it's interesting that he was a Japanese American, so he was an Asian writer writing hard-boiled crime. At that era, he was really, that's the era where you had Charlie Chan and, but they were written by Caucasian guys like Leslie Charteris and others. So he was actually an Asian guy writing, but he was writing about American Caucasian kind of tough guy detectives in the Hammett Chandler mold, which is what he liked. So it's interesting. But the important thing to me about all of that is that he wrote some damn good books, and we can enjoy them now. And any of the books in this Berkeley series, you're gonna like. You're gonna like them as collectibles, and they're beautiful. The covers with their art objects of themselves, but they're also any of these are really good to read. Number 8 is Hideaway by Fan Nichols, Trapped on an Island of the Damned. I think I went there on vacation one time. Fan Nichols is another author, a guy who wrote Hard-Boiled Crime, and there's some really good books of his. We have another, number 9 is another Lee Floren. It's Rebel Law. Next one is number 10 is Kill Me in Shimbashi by Earl Norman. And Earl Norman wrote all these series of books about Burns Banyan, who was a private eye in Japan, in Tokyo. And there's number 10 in the series, Earl Norman. Kill Me in Shimbashi, as rugged as Spillane, as swift as Prather. Covers by Robert McGuire, signed there, and here's Bob signed this copy for me. Number 11 is Vengeance Trail by Chuck Martin, originally published as Gunsmoke Bonanza. The Westerns are surprisingly tough to find because Westerns in those days, the late 50s, 59 and 60 when these books came out, were still very popular, and people read Westerns to death. But they also read and collected what you call mysteries, but really hard-boiled crime was what that was. Number 12, you got a whole different thing. This is a historical, sexy historical book, Messalina, The Wickedest Woman of Rome, by Vivian Crockett. I believe that was supposed to be the wife of Claudius, Emperor of Rome. And this is a sexy kind of historical novel. And I'm not sure who did the cover art.
Looks like McGuire.
Looks like McGuire. Yeah, McGuire did a lot of covers in this series. He did probably about 10 or 12 books, maybe about 10 books in this series of the 43. So this is the only one that's really, I think, that's not either a Western or a hard-boiled crime. Number 13 is Drift Fence by Walt Coburn. Early Walt Coburn Western. He's a good Western author. Number 14 is Twin Mavericks by William Hopson. And it was originally published as Horse Thief Masquerade. It's still in 1959. All these books came out in 1959 so far. And the next one is number 1 is 15. It's Renegade Cop by Jonathan Craig. And this was originally published as Alley Girl, a Lion book. This book is very tough to find. This is the only copy I've ever seen. And I remember buying this from a bookseller on 5th Avenue in Manhattan 25 years ago or so. We were shopping, and there were some guys selling books across the street. They had tables on the street on 5th Avenue. So I moseyed on across the street to see what they might have and perused their books. And I found this, and I said, oh, dang, there's a copy of Renegade Cop, which I had never seen before. And I've never seen another copy of this since then. Originally, it was Alley Girl, a Lion book with a McGuire cover, and it's a good tough crime novel. Number 16, we're back to Milton K. Ozaki. It's Murder Doll, and here he has the K in his middle name, and usually he went by Milton K. Ozaki. And this was another book that was originally a digest, probably a phantom book. Number 17 is Guns Along the Pecos by Lee Floren. So you got Guns Along the Pecos, and you have Guns Along the Arrowhead by Lee Floren. So it's two, probably it might be a series with the same character. That I'm not sure about, because these are the Westerns, a lot of them I haven't read. The Desert Desperado is number 18, covered by Pezio, and it's by Nelson C. Nye. Some of these westerns are tough to find. And the crime novels, especially the Harry Whittington and Day Keene, are can be kind of expensive too. Number 19 is a typical one. It's Married to Murder, a private eye, a gorgeous girl, and a very dead husband. It's Married to Murder, Harry Whittington. Great cover art, great book. I think that's one of the ones I reprinted as a Gryphon book. I reprinted 4 Harry Whittingtons as Gryphon books, and they're pretty rare because they're dust jacketed trade paperbacks, Gryphon books, and soon after they came out, we had Hurricane Sandy, and my stock of all of those books just was destroyed. So there's probably, if you got a copy of any of those 4 Harry Whittington Gryphon books, you got a pretty rare book, because there probably is only like a dozen copies or so around. Number 20 is Naked Fury by Day Keene, another hard-boiled reprint of a digest. And an interesting little story, when I was setting up my Berkeley Diamond books, I was going through my want list, and I says, I'm going to do the Berkeley Diamond books. I said, there's 43 books in the series. I looked on my want list, and I go, oh, there's one that I need. I go, I can't believe it, that out of the 43, I don't have this one book. And then when I got the books, I'm looking through them. I says, you have to update your want list sometimes. I says, oh, I do have it. So 2021, The Killer by Bert Arthur, I do have it. And here it is. So it completes my run of them. Or at least they were complete anyway, but and now I know they're complete. I have to fix my want list now. 22 is Martha Crane, Love for Sale, Call Girl Style by Charles Gorham. Really nice, pin-up femme fatale cover. Beautiful series of books. These are all short-sized paperbacks. They really look nice on the shelf. They really fit well in a little nook, because there's not so many of them, which is a nice series to collect. I'm going to move these up a little bit, and then I'm going to go through the next pile. We'll start off with number 23, Model for Murder by Stephen Marlowe or Milton Lesser. Another good hard-boiled crime from a digest. Another really good one is 24, Sleep with the Devil by Day Keene. My copies of some of these aren't mint. This is not a mint copy. Usually I have kind of a little worn spine slant on here, a little chip here, some wear. As you can see, this one, spine crease at the reading crease at the spine. A lot of these you don't find around that often, especially in nice shape. They're collected, they're read, and some of them are read to death. Next one is 25. That's Saddle Wolves by Alan K. Eccles. I don't know who that might be. Might be a pseudonym. If it is, I'm not sure. Number 26 is Only a Woman by Francis Caro. The Shocking Ecstasy of Forbidden Love. I think, I'm not sure. It's Forbidden Love. It's not a lesbian book. It's a book. I guess it's a book about a younger boy, a girl. I don't know. A younger boy with an older woman, or something like that. It's still in the noir kind of category, though, because it's got that kind of style to it. Number 27, another tough one to find. I don't know why, but it's really tough. Is The Assassin by Em Harper. This is a Maguire cover, and you can see this one's not a perfect issue either, because
It's Maguire?
Yeah. Yeah, it is McGuire. I
Doesn't look like
didn't
him.
think so either, but yeah, when I found out, I looked it up. Another beautiful one is number 28, Walk the Evil Street by David Wade. This was a digest. I think it was a Falcon book or a Rainbow book or one of those digests. Really great cover art. Now, number 29 is a lesbian book. It's We Too Are Drifting by Kate Wellhelm. So that's... so you only have really, so far, I've only seen two that are really outside the bounds of the Western or the hard-boiled crime, private eye genre. We Too Are Drifting, a lesbian book. And the other one that was the Messalina, which was a historical novel. And number 30 is Outpost Trail by Al Cody, another Western. The art on these Westerns is very nice too. I mean, sometimes you look at them and you can really appreciate, you know, the art on some of these books, and especially I really like the hard-boiled good girl art, femme fatale covers. Number 21 is Street of the Lost by Francis Carco. Number 32, The Naked Hunter by William Woolfolk. This one shows up quite a bit, surprisingly. Nice cover. Number 33, Thunder Valley by Bert Arthur. And again, the back cover. Oh, I'll show you the front cover first. There's Thunder Valley, front cover. And then they all have like very nice spines, red, black, yellow, very colorful spines. And the back covers are all pretty much the same. They have usually a title or a blurb or something, and then tells you what the book is about. They're all pretty uniform on the back cover and in design. Number 24, it's interesting. It's Nude Croquet and Other Stories and the Joys of Terror of Marriage. And this has stories by Leslie Fielder, Somerset Maugham, Alberto Moravia, William Faulkner, John Cheever, and others. And it also has a McGuire cover. Nude Croquet. This was a cool title, and years ago it was kind of a collectible sought-after book. The Berkeley logo is a little different because it's in a black. I mean, the diamond logo is the diamonds in black rather than different from the way other ones are. I have 2 copies of 3 for the Money. For one signed this way. So number 35 is 3 for the Money by Barry Lake. And Barry Lake is the author who wrote, this is his actual name, he wrote as Joe Barry, and he wrote the O'Mara series. He wrote a lot of books in the Hammett style, in the tradition, that really, really good stuff. Very good author. And Hard-Boiled Crime, Private Eye, and this is a Darcy cover. The next one is another classic. It's a reprint of, this is 36, and it's Hell Cop by P.J. Wolfson. And it's a Darcy cover. And this is a reprint of Bodies Are Dust, which was a Lion book. And it's this book under any title, Hell Cop or Bodies Are Dust, is a hell of a read. I believe it's just been reprinted by Greg Shepard, Stark House Press, either in their Black Cat series or in their new Staccato line, of which we're going to talk about those in a future video. They have the Black Cat books. I did a video on the earlier Black Cat books, but they've since come out with a lot more recent ones, so I'm going to show those. And then they've started the Staccato book series, which I'm also going to mention because there's some good stuff, really exciting stuff in those books. And the Stark House books are usually trade paperbacks, but they publish the Black Cat books and the Staccato books as small paperbacks in this size, the traditional short format, and they have really some great books in there. And this book, oof, it is a good book. It's a good read. Darcy cover. Number 37 is You'll Get Yours by William Ard. I think this is a reprint of a popular library. William Ard, really good hard-boiled stuff. I mean, he's just terrific. And this is a great book. Great cover art. Number 38 is The Deadly Pickup by Milton K. Ozaki. One of this really sexy, gorgeous cover. I always look at this cover and I say, I'd love to just come home and find this in my bed.
She has a gun.
In my bed. Huh?
She has a gun.
Yeah, that's a problem. That could be a problem. It's Nappy did the cover art. It's a beautiful girl, beautiful femme fatale. Again, Milton K. Ozaki, Hard-Boiled Crime. Number 39, Two Gun Texan by Bert Arthur. Number 40 is Evil Is My Love by Philip Van Dorn Stern. Originally published as Love Is the One with Wings. And it's a Darcy cover. Getting near the end now, unfortunately. They should have published some more books in this series, but it is a great series. I think you're going to enjoy this look at these books. Number 41 is Say It With Murder by Edward Rons, who became Edward Aarons. Bad girl cover. She's holding a gun too. What is it with these women holding guns? I don't think that's a good idea. Number 42, Song of Penang by John Karlova. I believe this is a Nappy cover. It's Exotic Love on a Tropical Island. Beautiful cover. And the last one, number 43. They say the best is last. Well, maybe it is. This one is Sleigh Ride for a Lady by Harry Whittington. And nice, another girl with a gun, noir femme fatale cover, and she always had the last laugh. So there's a look at, as a favorite series of mine. I'm happy that I have them all 43 books. They were only published from 1959 to 1960, and really outstanding classic hard-boiled crime and Western fiction in this series of books. And the thing is that these are a series of books that you can pick up any one of these books and you can't go wrong with it. If you're a hard-boiled crime reader and you pick up one of these Westerns, you'll be happy with it. If you're a Western reader, you'll certainly be happy with the hard-boiled crime. So, I just wanted to share this with you. I think you'll enjoy looking at this series. It's nice to see the whole series, all 43 books together. It's nice for me to have them. I didn't know I had them all. So that's nice. That's a surprise for me as much as it is a surprise for you. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this look. Give us a thumbs up, share it with friends, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for looking.